Alright, so today's the day we try to finish the bathroom. It's a long time coming. I gotta be honest, I'm really actually terrified from being able to do this. For whatever reason, I don't know, it seems intimidating. But yeah, let's just start getting into it. Yeah, okay, so here's where we're at. So the shower pan is just floating in there. I need to drill through the drain, attach the drain. I need to finish these walls. So I need to cut some walls. I need to like make a few more connection points that came off, then get some sort of a plate to match that, get that all secured, and then create a back wall and ceiling. So I got a couple sheets of plywood, and I'm gonna use what is it, like polywall? Alright, after a lot of prepping and measuring, I got the remaining walls cut off, or cut out, and the ceiling. So now I just got to put some support pieces to mount these up, and then secure them. And then I can, it'll cure overnight, so then I'd be ready to put the walls up. The poly wall up in the morning. Alright, so I got those two braces back up there to attach the back wall to with some construction adhesive and nail gun. Camera's about to die. Alright, so we got all the walls up. Ceiling is in. Now it's time to start planning gonna drill the hole for the drain in the shower pan, and then really start figuring out how to do the poly wall. I put some braces up here so I could do the poly wall around it, and then just do a kind of a trim around it. And I bought a plastic trim piece that I'm gonna try to round up and glue into place here and trim around it also. Yeah, and poly wall, my drain, totally be back there. So yeah, just moving along. Okay, so I'm gonna drill a hole in the shower pan, but I'm not gonna go all the way through because the hole I'm gonna go through the floor is gonna be a 3-inch hole. This is what, a 2-inch? Yeah, 2-inch hole, just for the shower drain to fit into the pan. So I'm gonna just do a little one. Oh. Alright, so we're through. It's actually pretty close to where the original one was. And I don't have the best idea for the P-trap, so I'm using one of these HEPA filters. HEPA filter? HEPA trap, whatever. It's just a silicone sealant inside that opens and lets water flow and then seals itself when it's done. And I have the original water holder tank. It'll come down to about here, and it's like I'm going to weather seal it all around here. Bolts right in. So, I mean, it'll only be sticking down. The silicone ends right about here. So, still should be pretty good. I'll just have to make sure I empty the shower tank whenever I use it, or after I use it when I find a spot. Which is not going to be too often. But it will be nice when I need it. So yeah, next step, try to get the wall going. Okay, now to measure out the poly wall cuts. Stuff seems pretty easy to work with, so let's make the first cut. Alright, so now to spread this FRP plastic adhesive. I got a trowel that I use for my floor, and I got the actual piece cut out here. So yeah, let me just get to that. Okay, this is nice and goopy. Okay, so here is where we are at. I have all the poly wall up. This stuff here, I'm waiting for it to dry so I can trim off the little bit of excess. So yeah, next I'm gonna spray foam underneath this shower pan. Everything's cleaned up, ready to install the toilet and screw that in. And then, I guess after that, I have a trim piece to do right here. I'll show you that when I get to that. But yeah, really just right now getting the toilet in, and then lining everything up, trimming this, and then we could look at caulking, but I'll probably do that trim piece first. Alright, so there's a little crease right in this window where I want to put that little channel. I'm going to put the edge of the trim piece into. So I want to do a real thin layer of caulking around it so it'll rest in there nice. That was a mistake. Okay, I also want to do another quick layer of construction adhesive. There we go. Around this, because the adhesive on the back of that trim piece, which is literally just the door sweep, really won't stick to this wood. So I want to make sure we get a good strong hold on it. First things first, I just want to tuck it in here. This part that's not exactly circle. That's the part I wanted to glue the most. Alright, so late last night I finished caulking the inside of the bathroom. So now I'm just gonna do this little trim piece outside and got it all taped off. Funny enough, the poly wall, I could not tape painter's tape on there, it wouldn't stick. It's got real frustrating, but so I just skipped it and did my best. And here, this is caulking I have from the beginning of the summer. And so it all dried off in the nozzle because I tried to save it. So I cut a huge hole on top, so I'm really gonna caulk this stuff in here good, finish this off. All right, we are down to the final installation. I just got to caulk around this drain, stick it in there, screw it in from the bottom, and I have the gray water tank all set up. I'll show you that in a second. First, this. Okay, I just trimmed this little trim piece down to size. I was gonna caulk it and install it. So here you go, rubber washer up. Get this sealant off me. Paper washer second. And lock ring. Okay, now I have to patch up my old water tanks, gray water tanks, because the spout was coming straight out of the bottom. And that got ripped off somewhere in Japan. And I have this, like, I'm only gonna use one gray tank underneath. I used to have two that were connected. So I gotta patch this hole, and then drill another hole for my new tank drain. This one, I don't know what it's for. Some shark bite fitting. But anyways, I'm gonna cut a new hole right in the back somewhere. Just a simple on-off. I gotta attach a hose if I need to route it anywhere. I got some grommets. I'm trying to just guess and check it, see what actually works out. But first, let's do the resin and hardener in fiberglass. Alright, West Marines, or whatever, West System, what I got at West Marine. They make it really simple with these pumps. So you just follow the directions, attach the right sized hose tube on the bottom of it, and then you're ready to go. Just one pump, one pump. You see, it's like fits perfectly right down there. Alright. Okay. I know this isn't a good way to do fiberglass, and I'm gonna fiberglass over my three-way fridge vents, and I'll do a much better, cleaner job. This I'm hoping works just quick and dirty. Okay, so now I gotta drill my new holes for all the plumbing. Another 3-inch hole. Alright, so this one is for the drain. Alright, so I put a rubber hose washer on here. Just gonna silicone the threads. Screw it on. Hope for the best. Again, I can redo this when I get something more suitable. I'm just leaving in a couple of days to drive to Pittsburgh for a wedding, so I really want to have the shower all done. So yeah, here we go. Seems like it'll work. It's a little higher than I wanted it. Again, whatever. Okay. Here's how it's gonna go in. All new hardware. This is my little collar, so they'll be sealed up until it goes up into the camper floor. More hardware. Just some more weather sealant, so it's got some cushion between those and the rails. So yeah, let me just get it up. Alright, so here it is all in place. I actually like sanded all these down too, and this is a fresh primer and Rust-Oleum. So yeah, I've been working out really good, holding water. Patches are strong. Not a good spot to get there to show you the drain, but the drain isn't leaking, and that's perfect too. Here I am in Pittsburgh though, I made it. Sorry I didn't get any footage driving. I got like very minimal, but I had a really rough trip actually. So I lost the gas cap. That flew off somewhere. It was never the proper one, it was the water fill one. It was the original one was lost in Japan, so I never had it. So I got that coming in the mail from the UK. Here I'm at my dad's, staying at my dad's back of his apartment in Brighton Heights in Pittsburgh, PA. But the big story I didn't shut that window all the way, and this blew off on the highway. So got to research that. I'll get something in a replacement for that, so you'll see that in an upcoming video, I suppose. Yeah. I was super bummed out. Luckily I went to an RV spot and they let me use their like stickable plastic, so I got it watertight for now. But yeah, not a good night that night, first night driving. But here is everything said and done. Took one shower in here. There was actually only one spot down here in the very bottom corner of this door that was leaking out, so I gotta just touch that up. But yeah, I got the head up there. Hot and cold water. The hot water is great. That hot water tank I got is great. Here's this door too. I don't know if I even showed this, but I got this off Rec Pro, really cheap. They custom fit it, and then you just like frame it in there, and then it's good to go. I put two little magnets here and down there just so it stays shut. Really nice. But yeah, that worked out great. And it just snaps in. So yeah, the drain's good. It's really nice to have this whole wet enclosure. Yeah, this window came out pretty good too. Seems to be no issue at all. So yeah, let me, I'm actually here editing the video. I needed a closure because I don't have that at the moment. So I'm here too for a wedding, and my dad had his hip replacement. Just got word he's doing great. Surgery went great. Love you, Dad. Good to hear it. But it's pretty wooded back here. It's nice. So I got a good spot.